Alright, so today is day one of rehearsals for So Will I. So right now I'm just meeting up with Jucel and John, but just meeting up with them first to like talk a little bit more about production planning and stuff. And then later we're gonna go to Snow Globe to meet up with all of our dancers to have our first rehearsal. Yeah!
In the spring of 2017, I was studying abroad in Sydney and I was attending Hillsong church while I was there. And Hillsong came out with this album called Wonder, and one of the songs really struck me, and that was So Will I, just because I think it really spoke to me as a creative individual. This project is first and foremost a dance video, but more important than the dancing itself, I think, is the process of creating it. So the summer of 2018, I reached out to my friend John Kim, who was also starting to really take off with videography, and I told him about this idea and this concept that I wanted to film, and he was all for it. He was on board, and we kind of had some preliminary discussions, and I also talked about the project to my friend Taryn Cheng, who I met at USC, who is also a dancer and also on Vibrancy. And with Danny, we started to kind of flesh out a little bit more of what I wanted the video to look like. I had also started to talk more to Jucel. Definitely wanted to bring him on board for this project as well. And I had also known that I wanted to film a separate behind the scenes video for the dance video, just because the process is so in depth that I wanted to be able to show the audience like what went into creating this video. So brought Jucel on board as well, so we had more minds working in the project. In April, John, Jucel, and I sat down, we got boba, and started to really flesh out our plans. I expressed to them ideas and concerns about location and physically going to like a place in nature versus like the projector. And just kind of logistically, I think we settled on the projector and just filming in a studio space with a more contained environment, and just being able to have control of that. So we settled on just using a studio, and then we were like, okay, yeah, the projector idea, pretty cool. We'll think about it, we'll work on it.
So today is our second rehearsal, and so I'm working on two main sections today. The first one is our third chorus, so that comes after like the crazy bridge with everyone freestyling, and it's going to kind of slow down and just focus in on like a partner section. So couldn't really choreograph that with just like one person by myself, so we're going to work through it with the dancers and have them like help me out as I choreograph on the spot today. So that's the first section, and then the second section we're working on is the second chorus. So it's kind of like a medium-sized group that's going to peel off after we have like everyone dance together in the first chorus, and it's just, yeah.
Hi, I'm Allison.
I'm Kristen, or CJ.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And today we're at our second day of rehearsal. The process is going really well so far. I love Taryn's vision, and I love how this piece really brings people together, and the entire process has been incredible so far. I'm really excited for filming on Friday. I know for our section we'll be doing more of a contemporary style, so I'm looking forward to the variety of styles put together in one piece.
In 2018, I started to really develop deeper friendships and relationships with dancers on GRV and as well as outside of GRV who were Christian dancers. And my good friend Eileen, she started a Bible study that was open to anyone who wanted to come at Snow Globe. And she just had this desire to bring together dancers from wherever they were in their walks of life, just to have a space to share more openly about our struggles and our aspirations under the light of faith and how we were to walk in our faith as creative individuals. Through that Bible study and just becoming closer with her, as well as people who attended that and my teammates and other friends, I was really encouraged to start to bridge the gap between things that I was really passionate about, namely the dance and the faith communities, And so that was also a large contributing factor as to why this video finally came to life 2 years after I had originally envisioned it. So it took a lot of time, but I think it was also just the product of other factors that were happening in my life and other relationships that were building and my own personal journey. So now that I had a larger pool of people that I knew, I started to reach out to these people, asking if they'd be willing to dance in it, and then also asking for recommendations for other dancers who would be down to be in this project. So I divided the song into like 6 or 7 sections and then conceptualized what I wanted for each section. So I knew that I wanted to start with one dancer and then go to everyone dancing and then end with everyone dancing, and I kind of just filled the gaps in between. So I mapped it out on pen and paper where I wanted each section to be placed, and then also mapped out camera movement for how I wanted John to move between sections and which sections I wanted to be linked together and which ones we could have cuts. Overall, I knew that I wanted to make it flow pretty seamlessly. So I planned it out first, showed it to John, made sure he kind of understood my vision and where I wanted the camera to be placed. And then I went in and started choreographing accordingly to each section that I had planned out. Today is Thursday, it is June 13th, and it's the day before our shoot. And I'm just here at Elements right now, which is where we're shooting the video tomorrow with Danny, John, and Juice. And we're just testing out some of our equipment. So we're gonna be setting up our backdrops and testing a few of the projectors, as well as setting up a few of the string lights. And yeah, just being able to load some of our equipment before the shoot day so we don't have to unload all of it tomorrow. So yesterday was rehearsal number 4, which was our last rehearsal before the shoot. It was good to have everyone in the same space again, since I've been working with smaller groups, and then just see the whole vision come together. And all the dancers were super supportive, like watching each other in the sections that they didn't learn. It was really awesome just to work with a team of people who were so like-minded and driven towards like this vision that I had given them, and super willing and just down and on board to help contribute to that. I want people to just feel a sense of joy when they watch the video. It all stems from a place of being super grateful for everything that I've been blessed with and given. And the song has a really like grand sense of kind of wonder, and we really tried to capture that in every aspect of the video. And I hope that people can feel that same sense of like awe and inspiration when they watch it. So I think this video is meant to just bring together a group of people that share a common purpose of why we dance. In the same way that artists kind of have a trademark style or like a signature on their works, as God's creation, we're also marked by His goodness and by His love and His grace. And so what does it look like for us to carry that signature on us as we continue to live our lives and walk in this world?
Today we are shooting Taryn So Alive. We're in the middle of getting the room ready. Yeah, just crew call, waiting for dancers to come in a few.
God of creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time.
The song, it's about creativity and how it's just like this gift that I think before this I didn't really fully appreciate.
And as you speak, 100 billion galaxies are born. In the vapor of your breath, the planets form.
If you're watching this for the first time, I think a big thing to take away from it, especially something that I took away from it, is being very grateful, thankful, and humbled by abilities and blessings that God gives us. Like, I didn't think that when I was younger I could do things like this or be around people like this, sharing the same passion, sharing like a love for movement, a love for a type of gift that God gave us, Like God gives us all types of gifts, whether it be singing, music, or dancing.
God of your promise, you don't speak in vain,
I'm Nick.
syllable empty.
In regards to this project, I guess what I want people to take in from it is just its ultimate purpose of glorifying God with talents we're given. But I think what's cool about this project is that even though it's very faith-centered, it isn't catered just to one type of community. I think this is for everyone. Whether you believe or not, I think this is something that you can still appreciate. I think it's something that it has very high artistic merit, and I think that's what it should be appreciated for as well.
Of what you said. If it all reveals your nature so alive.
First, I'm really grateful for Taryn for including me in this project because I feel like I've learned so much about my own spirituality process. Of course, things like dancing as well, but I feel like I've gained so much out of this more than just dance.
If creation still obeys you so alive. So light. If the mountains bow in reverence, so light. If the oceans roar your greatness, so will I. For if everything exists to lift you high, so will I.
Taryn did come to me with this like 2 years ago, and over the course of the years and the months, it definitely became very lucrative, very comprehensive. There's a lot of intention, meaning, purpose, and there's a lot of thought processes for this video. So it was a challenge to just understand every aspect, because I want to be able to put out what she wants. I wanted to be able to match her vision. So even though that was challenging, that was something was also very rewarding and humbling, and something I'm grateful that she trusts me with.
I think what I hope for people to receive from seeing this video, honestly, is like just like joy, and like you can walk away from this video feeling like uplifted or joyful, right? I think this video is like very meaningful. It's been like very purposeful, and every aspect of it has intention to it. And I think it is definitely an intersection of like blessings and gifts and like things that have come together in Taryn's life. And to like be able to share that, like I hope people get to receive like the blessings that, like that feeling of joy of feeling blessed as like Taryn has, like from all the things that have brought her here. Yeah.
Thank you so much to Alabaster for sponsoring this video. Their whole mission is to reflect just how beautiful the Bible is. They take scripture and put really, really beautiful photographs into it, and they also make journals and are starting a podcast as well. So be sure to go check them out. Thank you so much to the entire crew, to John, Jucel, Danny, Justin, Peter, and Jed for coming on shoot day and just really helping enhance my vision and bring it to life. Thank you to Snow Globe for letting us rehearse in your space, and to Elements for letting us shoot in your studio. And finally, to all 26 of my dancers, this wouldn't have been possible without you. Thank you for committing to the vision and just bringing such a positive attitude and fostering a really great environment. I couldn't have done it without you guys.
But what measure could amount to your desire? You're the one